Hello all, this is Chaplain coming back to you at the garden, and we're going to go directly into the garden to take a look at what seaweed is all about and how to utilize the seaweed fertilizer itself. And so as we step into the garden, we're going to take our buckets and we're going to walk around. We're going to walk around with the buckets themselves. As you can see, we are walking around. And so we're stepping into the garden itself. And I encourage you, come along with me. Let's go along into the garden.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Directly into the garden. And so, as you may see us right here, the ground has been well manured. This is one of the number of gardens that we have within the area here. And we're just placing that seaweed down. Now, someone asked the question, how far should we place the seaweed down? My answer to that is actually to place the seaweed down at least about 6 to 8 inches. That's all it is, 6 to 8 inches. But you want to at least be able to scatter it during the first time of putting that seaweed down, as you can see. So, moving back into the garden itself, and as I'm walking, watching where I'm walking to, and as you can see me putting the seaweed down around the plants. Notice I have a little space between the plants itself, and so this would work well. And as I'm going back, treating each plant separate with its own separate layer of seaweed, if you notice there. And this is going to stop those insects from coming in overnight. Slugs, those bad boys that come in overnight. This is going to stop many of the other problems that you have. We talked about it in our first presentation, which is cutworms. And this here would also stop many other problems of which plants develop over the course of time within its growth. But the most important thing, someone asked the question again, do you rinse off the seaweed first? Well, look at this here. That is actually seawater. So you can see I've not rinsed off that the seaweed. Everything goes directly into the garden. And this makes excellent fertilizer. Excellent fertilizer for the garden. And if you notice, I'm putting it around the plant. Yesterday I had bigger plants. In the first video that we had shared, notice how we're putting it around. And then to be able to get a better growth within your plants, you can also, on top of this here, put horse manure. You can put cow's manure. You can just sprinkle chicken manure directly through it. So all of these things work with the plant. These are actually cabbages. This is right here. This is broccoli. And they are both about 90 days. So within 90 days, every week, I will be putting down some seaweed. And then on top of that, putting down some other manure, all natural, to be able to develop. Now, the stick that I'm having in the background here is holding up some huge banana trees. So this is just a little of what we have done. Follow me here through the garden. As you can see, this was yesterday. We put it down between the potatoes. The potatoes was being destroyed by the insects, as you can see here. And so the way of how we deal with this was to actually pick those insects off yesterday. And then I put seaweed around it. If you notice, between the layer of potatoes here and the layers of potatoes right here is 3 feet. I put just here recently some romaine lettuce to be able to grow in this spot, but there's another reason why. Romaine lettuce is a water plant, and potatoes love water, so we're going to see a different type of growth in this particular layout right here. And again, this is all a part of the experiment which we continuously develop in the Grow, Eat and Save program, and we encourage you, as you continue on within the layout of the garden itself, to do your own gardening. As we have just launched what is called the food movement. And the food movement is everyone, or at least those who are able, being able to grow or plant a garden. I know that you can do it. Wish you well within your next endeavor of planting. And if you have any questions, please contact me. I'm Chaplain Santucci, willing to help those of whom I come in contact with in this line here. During this time, we're going to need more of one another as the year moves on into 2021 and beyond. All the best to all of you and your gardening. Enjoy yourself.